Should I continue?
No, wait, Zeinab. Right. Hello, everyone. Hi. We're back for part 2, Fashion Liberation Collective North Africa and for Global Fashioning Assembly 2022. So this is Zeinab from Morocco in Marrakesh. أهلا أمي تسلم مرحبا بيكي إن شاء الله تكوني بخير. And I think we have a lot of languages available now. I think we've got some Amazigh, some French, some English, some Arabic. So anyone who wants to ask anything in any language, please feel free to. فإن شاء الله زينب هتكوني بتقدم لنا زي weaving process تقليدي إن شاء الله صح؟
Yeah.
A traditional weaving process that will be presented live from Marrakesh and followed with some questions and answers. And Zeinab is actually, I think, one of the initial members of Fashion Liberation Collective. I mean, I think she's one of the co-founders, and her work is as an artist, designer, maker, but you're also an educator. So, and you're based out of Marrakesh now, if I'm right. So yeah, I would please take over, please. مرحبا بك.
الله يسلمك ندى. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just a nomad. I'm not living yet in Marrakesh. I'm just presenting this work in Marrakesh because I was inspired a lot by the Medina. I passed a lot of time here in Medina, so I was inspired by all the artisans. And also during COVID, it wasn't an easy time for all of them to continue their work. And so this is one of our rules as academic to make it happen and make it live and continue. And we have to do this for us by us, and this is most important thing. So the collective, we start to work on workshop for weaving, and this workshop for weaving, it started with the women from the mountains, cooperative Tifawin in the mountain in Gurika. It was they was helping me building a machine and also all the weaving process. So we signed already the carpets, and I will show you later the people who's working here. We are here in the middle of the Medina in the coffee, and we are doing this weaving workshop for everybody, so people they can touch the batter and know how to do this weaving process. So also we have cards that I shared with you, Nada, before. Cards that with the signs and symbols of tattoos and the signs of Amazigh tattoos that will be reproduced on the carpet. And there is a little explanation of in English of each sign, and we try to let people to participate, and they was happy like just to touch the machine and the wool and to know how like about this craft. I will show you our installation and also the space. I mean, he's an artist, multidisciplinary, but he never touched like a weaving, and he never know the process of weaving. But now he's participating. He's running an art space in Medina. And Sally, she's from Canada, Germany, and she's a producer. And she's here for the commentary, and she's helping us also to build this beautiful piece, collective piece. Here we have the Amazigh alphabets of all the people who participate, the weavers, the ladies, Fatiha and the Malika and Nizha and me. And the participant, they choose one of the signs that you saw previously, and they try to make it on the carpet with natural wood that we color in the Riyadh with the curcuma, and we have indigo. We have an indigo color, which is extracted from rocks in mountains, and also this one who gives the red magenta. It's also from rocks of the mountains. So we are waiting for more because we will last for like, we start at midday and we will stay till 7 to finish this beautiful piece. So as you see, we have the wires, and the thing is, one of the things is mandatory. It's the soul, الروح of the machine, or الروح تاع الزربية. الروح ديال الزربية هو اللي كتعول عليه باش كتبني الزربية كاملة. It's mandatory to have a tight and good carpets. This is one of the things that we measure if it's good or not, a good carpet. And as you see, they make a little tie.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm. And here we are in the center of the Medina, looking at all the artists and artisans working on the baskets, wood and doom and all the natural materials and the artisanal and artisans here in the square. And also the pieces, spices, sorry, the spices shops there. So we are in the middle of the Medina, and that's why we're making this workshop to make it alive, make it somewhere public, make it somewhere where we can see it all. And we are not, for me, carpets, it's more than just a carpet that we buy from a souk. It's a she has a souk, she has a structure, they has a story. Like Fatiha from the cooperative, she was telling me that the carpet of the bride, it's not the same carpet for home, it's not the same carpet for another place. It's rituals behind, and then a lot of work and a lot of stories also. And also we had just previously ladies from the mountains who was sharing with us also their knowledge and teaching us the rituals of chanting and saying holy chanting to make it happen, like Bismillah, Allahu Akbar, بالخير, Fatihat khair, بزاف, a lot of words that make it really a holy spiritual process. And it's like meditating, as he said previously. I told him what you feel when you touch the first time the carpet. He said it's a holy process, it's spiritual. I feel like I'm meditating, and this is really a good thing to bring something from the mountain and from their home. They also wasn't used to be in places like this, but I wanted to make them in the front line and share this experience with them. Right, it's my idea, but it's all their work, it's all their knowledge, and that they took it from their grandfather, and we will be continuing and taking this to another level, inshallah.
I wanted to mention as well, Zeinab, the loom broke, didn't it? So you were saying you were up till 3 a.m. because the initial, were you transporting it from the original like mountain region and it broke, or was it? I think that says a lot in that these, just
exactly
into a city.
Exactly, that was like a kind of reminder of the fast fashioning and real traditional work, because I tried to make it aesthetic at first, and I did a frame that will last just for this workshop actually. And after I can throw it away was the idea, but I was wrong, because in the end we called somebody to bring us the machine from the mountain, still here at the midnight, so we can work today and make this happen. So it was one of the lessons also, the adventure. We had a lot of adventure during this process, and we are happy, very happy that we know each other, and we had to call many women to come and to help us to build the machine and everything, which was kind of them to come from the mountain and help us, and it was like super nice, super cute, super interesting to have this these talks and all this memories actually with them. And I'm hoping to work more and more and more with them, especially this cooperative, because they make it happy for me. Because I don't know if I didn't find Fatiha from the cooperative Tifawin, and she's here actually with me. And the other lady.
Fatiha, what's Rocky? وش راكي؟ سلام فاتحة.
سلام بخير، كل مزيان؟
الحمد لله الحمد لله، راني مليحة الحمد لله. لو حبيتي شوفي، حبينا نعرف عليكي وعلى طريقة الخدمة ديالك، الشغل. احكي لنا على يعني كيف. احكي لنا، شوفي قولي بالعربية وانا نترجم لهم، ما كاش مشكل.
انت تعرف الدارجة؟
انا جوزي قبايلي جزائري وانا مصرية، بس
شاطرين
مش تكتلب، نعرف مش تكتلب قبايلي. ان شاء الله.
انا من سيتي فاطمة، اقليم الحوز، اطلس الكبير، وبدينا التعاونية في 2014.
Okay, Fatiha she's from the Atlas Mountains, and they started this cooperation from 2014.
وبدينا في الاول فاش بدينا لقينا مشكل ديال التسويق، ما عرفناش كيفاش نتسوقوا المنتج ديالنا، ما عرفناش شنو الحاجات اللي خصنا نبداو في الغربيه، ولكن كان عندنا الطموح بلي ان شاء الله المستقبل غادي يكون مزيان، يعني ما تسلمناش هذاك الشيء كامل.
So Fatiha was saying that she didn't know, like they didn't know where to start. They didn't know how to get, the process up and running of the whole, the weaving technique and all these things. But they basically, they just depended on Allah, and they went for it. And they're here now, which is lovely. And I think some people are asking the name of the cooperation, so I'll find out now. So Fatiha, وش اسم التعاون ديالكم؟ وش اسم الكوب هذا ديالكم؟
تعاونية كما قلت لك تأسست في 2014، والسمية ديالها هي التعاونية تيفاوين نسقاون.
طب استني
تيفاوين نسقاون يا لالا.
بالعقل يا اختي، استني. تعاون، ها قوليها بالعقل. ها تعاونيات. So the cooperation is called, the cooperation is called وش cooperation بقى؟ وش بعد التعاونيات؟ أنا عندي تعاونيات.
تفاوين نسقاون.
نسقاون. يعطيك الصحة.
عرفتي ليش؟ لأن أغلبية التعاونيات اسمهم تفاوين، لا سمينا تفاوين نسقاون اسم الدواء ديال في تأسست التعاونية.
خلاص c'est bon. So I'm gonna get the link. هنقول لهم إن شاء الله نجيب الاسم بالكامل، ولو عندكم ويب سايت، عندكم كش جهة نروح لكم نبعتها لهم إن شاء الله. نبعتها لهم. طب وريني وش خدمتي دوكا لزينب، وش خدمتي معاها دوكا؟ ورينا.
أيه فيك تدوزي تحل الكاميرا هذه. اليوم أنا وأخت زينب جينا الكافي اسمه ديزيتيك هنا في الحديقة القديمة، ودرنا الزربية، والصراحة خصيان هادي حنا كنجريو وتجانا كنصايبو الزربية، كتطيح علينا مشكل في الكادر، وعاوتاني جبنا هذا من أوريكا باش نقدروا حنا نعتقوا الموقف، وهذا ما جا لينا حتى البارح بالليل عاد قدرنا وصلنا الكادر، ولكن واخا هكاك زعما ما استسلمناش، بقينا باللي كان حنا خدامين باش نوجدوا باش نقدروا نبداو مع 12. المهم بدينا من الاول من الماتيريال. عاد صبغنا الصوفه حتى هي، صبغنا الالوان اللي غادي نخدموا بها بحال هاد الصفر اللي بان لك هنايا، وعندنا هاد شنو هو هاد اللون حتى هو، عندنا 3 الالوان، هاد الاورانج
وي. والثانيه كاين
إيه.
فتيحه اختي،
نعم.
كاين ناس يسقسوكي لو انتوا تديروا غير الزربيه غير السجاجيد ولا تديروا حوايج اخرى.
صراحه حنا التعاونيه عندها مجال باش تدير حوايج اخرين، عندها الخياطه، عندها منتوجات نباتيه، ولكن حاليا كنشتغلوا غير في الزربيه، حيت هي اللي بحال قلت هي اللي مطلوبه بزاف.
خلاص، بس يعني عندكم مجال باش تديروا حوايج اخرين يعني.
عندنا الخياطه وعندنا منتوجات نباتيه، يعني عندنا مجال،
يعني
ومذكور في الاسم ديال التعاونيه. والحمد لله قدرنا اليوم واخا كنا ستريس بزاف البارح، ولكن اليوم مزيان بخير الحمد لله.
طب وانتي وش شغل تحسي انتي وش المهم بالنسبه لك بالشغل تطلعي هذاك التراث ديالنا ديال الامازيغ ديال القبائل، هذاك الشغل الطريقه هذيك التقليديه
عرفتي اشنا هو
يعني وش اهم شيء بالنسبه لك؟
اهم شيء باش يعرفوا الناس القيمه ديال الزربيه، شحال ديال الوقت كتاخذ باش تقدر دير الزربيه، حيت بزاف ديال الناس دابا كنلقاو في السوق الزربيه رخيصه والقيمه ديالها طاحت بزاف، ولكن ما عرفوش باللي يد العامله ديك المراه اللي كتصنعها هي اللي ضايعه، حيتاش يعني كتبيع بواحد الثمن اللي هو رخيص بزاف، وكيجي السوق وكتلقى بواحد الثمن اللي هو كنجيو دابا كيجي عندنا الكليان تيقول لك راه نتوما غاليين بزاف، كنلقاو في السوق كنقول لهم صافي حنا راه الهدف ديالنا هو تنميه المراه القرويه. هذاك الشيء علاش يعني كنشوفوا ديما ديك المراه اهم حاجه عندنا هو نطلعوا الصاله ديالها باش تكون مزيان، باش ما نضيعوهاش في حياتها. حتى هي عندها بزاف د الحوايج، عندها وليداتها، عندها حياتها الشخصيه بتستقل ماديا، علاش لا هذه هي فرصه باش تقدر تشتغل ودير تحقق الاحلام ديالها حتى هي.
صح، باسكو نتوما واش ديروا شغل حاجه شخصيه للبني ادم هذا كما قلتي، يعني ماشي كاع الناس عندهم كيف يعني شغل تكون موالمه للشخصيه هذه لدارهم، فهمتي؟
دارهم وحتى في الثقافه، يعني باش تقدروا كما قلت لك الزربيه ويعرفوا الناس القيمه ديالها، شحال ديال الوقت كتاخذ، اللي عندها الوقت بزاف.
طب
5 ايام وحنا ما قدرناش، يعني يلا انت كتشوفي راه يلا درنا واحد شويه، شتي
يعني
ما درناش بزاف.
طب انتوا نورمالمون ثانيه بس هنقول لهم مش نقول. So I'm just speaking to Fatiha, I'm just trying to get your questions across and trying to answer them as well as I can. But also Fatiha was just explaining to me how difficult it was to set the loom up out of its natural environment, which is quite far away from the city, and that whole process of setting it up actually took a really long time, and it was something that was quite humbling in terms of when she has it usually set up at the location that she's at normally, it's something that is quite an organic process, but moving it away to the city in itself caused so much disruption, and it broke and they had to get another machine in which was more robust, and that kind of taking things out of their environment is quite significant. And just said I should explain the difference between Egyptian and Moroccan dialect. So I'm Egyptian, but my husband is Amazigh Qabaili Algerian. So Algerian and Moroccan Arabic dialects are a bit more similar than Egyptian and Moroccan dialects, but that's what I was just explaining. And so far they've been working on this for 5 days, and this is the bit they've reached. But I will ask Fatiha now how long it usually takes for a rug to be made. She also explained that she really wanted to bring this initiative to the city to compete with those mass market, fast fashion, if you will, rugs that are produced and sold really cheaply, kind of making profits off the Amazigh culture and not really paying any kind of attention or homage to the culture itself or to the symbols and just making a lot of money off of it when they actually take a really long time to make, and they're very artistically made as well. فتيحة قولي لي أختي نورمالمون هذه السجادة زربية إيش تاخذ من الوقت باش تكملوها نورمالمون؟ يعني
نورمالمون تاخذ هذيك 5 أيام خصك تكمل فيها صافي.
خلاص سي بون 5 أيام.
ايه ولكن حنا تهرس لينا الكادور وبزاف الحاجات اللي كنا معولين عليها ما صدقاتش وجات لينا من الاول، داكشي علاش ضاع لينا الوقت.
لا هايل، الله يعطيك الصحة. أنا إن شاء الله كي نجي المغرب نجي لك ديريكت باش تديري لي واحدة، مازال ما عنديش واحدة.
والله إلا مرحبا.
لو تعطيني زينب بك نشوف هي وش بتدير تمك. زينب
اييه مرحبا،
يعطيك الصحة فتيحة.
الله يحفظك.
Nana, if you can, it would be nice, I think, to get a little bit of context, both for Zeinab, how she got, the idea of the project, or how she got her interest in wanting to, revive, or for her knowledge, revive this technique, and the other way around, maybe why Fatiha, was inspired to establish the cooperative, and what motivates her to keep this going, or to make it more known in a wider local audience.
Okay, so as a background, I'm a designer, a textile designer, an interior designer. Graduated from School of Fine Arts and then the Royal Academy of Traditional Arts Weaving. And before I applied to the Academy of Traditional Arts, I figured out that my grandma, she was a tattooed woman, and then I started to research about tattoos, the sign and symbols, and then I figured out this beautiful art and this beautiful craft, and also the technique of weaving and how it works. And I found also that my grandma, she was a weaver. I know that she was a weaver, she was a tattoo woman, and that was the beginning of my research. And when I was like searching, it was bigger than me. I said, no way, I have to be in somewhere else where I can learn how to do, because it's all about the how to do. If you can learn how, you can do this beautiful artwork, and stop doing just the painting and the designs, like house designs. And this is what I did. I followed my courses in the Academy of Traditional Arts. I met a lot of mu'allims. I touched the matter, and it becomes like an addiction for me. It was like, no way I can separate. I have to hold a wire or something. And then I moved from Casablanca when I finished my academy courses. I went to the countryside of Casablanca, and there where I found that there is a lot of plants, sauvage plants, in our territory, that they has a lot of fibers, and that I can make wires from them. And I start to do the extraction from the wires, extraction of the fibers, and making wires, and then dyeing those wires also with the natural process. And I made a fabrics, and it was amazing. Like even the techniques, I didn't have like machine. I was working on frames, painting frames, actually doing the same system of the machine. And it was a lot of work, a lot of research. It took me like 2 years till 2019, and I stopped. And I stopped in a good way, because I was working on design and to try to gather science, design, and artisanal, which is a very very interesting projects. And then I said, I have to make it, but I have to make it with those people who knows, because even me, if I didn't touch this weaving process for 1 year, I can't make it fast. So it's, as I told you, it's like addiction. And if you put your head and your fingers in the work, you have to finish it. So it was a little bit for me, like I forgot how it's not forgot, but I was like slow. So I start to work with the cooperatives. I start to start my life as a nomad. When I started my life as a nomad, I was figuring out a lot about Amazigh people and dyeing process, how to fix the colors, how to get colors from the kitchen, from everywhere. And that was the process lead me to here with you now and with Fatiha and with the cooperative.
Thank you, Zeinab. Maybe you can ask kind of like the same question to Fatiha, like what motivated her to start the cooperation and to initiate or to collaborate with you on this project? Like, why does she wants to raise awareness about the weaving?
Okay. فتيحة، شنو اللي خلاك ديري كوبيراتيف وتهزي بهاد الخدمة لقدام وتخدمي في التيساج وماشي في حاجة أخرى؟ شنو اللي مخليك تهزي بال So Fatiha, she was saying that she in her village there is a woman who was doing also the weaving, and this is how she learned. This was with the neighbor. She learned how to weave, and then she liked the process, and she was defending all the time all the ladies that they weaving and all the process of weaving. Even they had like in the beginning she thought that it will be a easy process for her, as it's a touristic place and the people they come to buy artisanal projects, but it's not the reality. There was like other people who is taking from them the carpets, giving them a little amount, and then selling it to the tourists. They don't have this direct access or communication with the tourists directly. So and now she's trying also to not give up and trying hard to make it possible to get into the market as the artisan and not as a seller of carpet. And also for the ladies, she said, also for the ladies of this village, she's trying to make them financially strong and let them work, like give them an opportunity to work.
Zeinab, someone asked, لو كان انتم you dye your own threads, وفي الشات تاني اتقالوا if they get the wool themselves from their own sheep. I think Karen was asking that.
Sorry, the question I will read. Yes. Yes, we dye our wool by ourselves, as you see here. Here it's an 100% natural wool, spun wool, but without any materials. Like sometimes they do materials to make it more white, but this is like a natural wool. It's creamy, it's not white. The white one, it's not natural actually. And after we have those pigments, this one it's indigo, and it's give you this color. It's depend the time also that you leave the wool inside. If it's 1 hour, 2 hours, and they give you like different shades of blue. So this is the indigo blue of indigo. It comes from a rocks from the Atlas. This one also, it's sorry. So this is a red. They do the extraction of this pigment from rocks also, and it's give you red magenta. And we have this color and curcuma, you know, that we use it also for kitchen. It's good for health and everything, and we can dye also with, and it's give you this color. There is a lot of colors in nature, as green, brown, also the henna color. It's like an orange brown, and there is a plenty of palette of color in the nature. So, and we have to use it. It's not for nothing. We use a lot of products from nature, and we can do it the extraction of these colors.
وبتصقصي تاني لو هذا من الشيب من الخرفان ديالهم ولا لا؟ So is it from their own يعني farms ولا sheep ولا كده ولا لا ولا الwool؟
Okay, to be honest, this one I bought it from the Medina, from a big shop that's known, like they do this like more than 70 years. So it's also they are artisan. They spin the wool, and I don't know really if they are making it from their own sheep. But for the people from the mountain, they do it from their own sheep, or they buy it from the markets, the wool market.
Yes, it's beautiful. Yeah. I was looking as well at your dress. يعني القفطان ولا I was just looking at all the beadwork as well. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's something from Oujda. It's next to Algeria actually, and it's a traditional dress from Oujda, from the oriental part of Morocco, and it's a handmade. It was for my mother. She did it for a special occasion, and now I'm wearing it for this event.
زينب لسه ما زال عندك عم باقي نص ساعة. You still got like half an hour or something. فلو حبيتي.
I will let some people to get in my place so they can try.
I mean, if there's room for more questions, Nada, would you like questions or would you prefer Zeinab to?
Whatever Zeinab wants.
I can question.
I mean, I don't know if Susan David wants to discuss. I've just read she wrote a book. Sorry, سمعتيني سمعيني. في chat there's Susan Davis. She's written a book على women artisans of Morocco. So I don't know if Susan wants to say anything or discuss anything. And it's based about interviews مع 25 ست من المغرب.
Nice.
But I don't know if she wants to ask something in particular. That would be nice. ومن بعد ورينا الناس and we can have conversations with people. That'd be lovely.
Yeah, from Susan Davis. Okay, thank you, Susan. I will take a look I will search your book.
Yeah, I think you'll find it interesting. It's a lot of the women are from the Jebel Sirwa area, which are some of the best weavers in Morocco. And I use a lot of their own words, very interesting things about, for example, pricing. And one woman says, and I'm not going to read it to you because I don't have the book in front of me, but I said, how do you price rugs? A lot of women, their men price the rugs, the husbands price because they aren't they're in a really rural area. But she's a top weaver. She's had 15 kids. It's a midwife. Another sad thing, and I worry about weaving dying out in Morocco. And one aspect is she says she's, midwife, a village leader. And I said, what do you hope for your children? And she said, I hope they'll become a success and sort of get paid jobs, not like me. She doesn't see herself as a success, and she's a fantastic weaver. She sells stuff for good prices, but she doesn't see herself as a success. And what she says about pricing is, I put a price on the rug that I would feel comfortable getting. And I said, how do you do it? What do you count? And a lot of women just guess, or their husbands guess. She said, I count the price of the wool, the price of the dye, the price of the wood that I used to boil the dye. She's got everything. And as you're weaving the rug, it's beautiful to watch it. But when you think of the washing the wool, carding the wool, spinning the wool, and so on, it's really a lot of work. And if I don't get the price I want, I feel cheated. And people ought to respect our work. So it's really interesting to see how she thought about that. And I think maybe other women.
Yeah, it's I faced I met a lot of people who's telling me that the man is fixing the price, the man is selling my artwork. It's, for me, it's artwork, it's not just a carpet. And really it's sad. It's sad. And also we can do as a community or people that are sensitive to this this act, we can participate to buy from the artisan directly and not buy from the sellers in the market or just men who is carrying a carpet. That's why I wanted to bring it to the center of Medina and in the center of the market, the old markets in the old Medina, to show the people that there is the weavers and they can be wherever you want to be. Want them to be, and they can give you a really good carpet with a good story, with a lot of emotions, and not just a carpet or a box from the souk. And I appreciate those people who is doing this, like buying from the artisan and not from the seller.
I totally agree. You're really right. A lot of the money often goes to a middleman who's got a shop, not to the woman who does the work. The problem is market access. Can you ask your weaver, is she part of a group called ANU?
She was.
She was. So that's interesting.
Yes, she was, and she had a long story with them. They took all her work. She wasn't well paid. They participated in a lot of events, but she didn't get her rights. And now she's working with the people from the village. It's better for her than working with a big organization like ANU or others. Yeah.
Because what I understand about ANU is they work with I sold Moroccan rugs on the internet at a site called marrakeshexpress.org, but I stopped doing that after 15 years because I got tired. But I wanted to sell directly for the women, and I understood that ANU does that. So maybe you and I can correspond later about what the problems with ANU were, because I think they're doing a good job in general. And what's nice is you go there and you can look at 100 cooperatives and their work. So and it gives the artisans visibility beyond their village. So
you are a writer, and you know better that the cover, it's not the whole story inside the book. So it's another, maybe it was a goal in the first, and then they find it a good business for a touristic place. I don't see it like a weird thing, because every day I'm hearing a different stories, but I can tell you that she was one of the victims also of ANU, and a lot of artists, and I imagine that they was also victims of cooperation and collectives that they present them all around the world, but they are not getting their rights. And that's also one of the problems.
Yeah, interesting. And you're sure it's the ANU, right? You're sure that's who she worked with?
Sorry?
Are you sure it's the ANU that she worked with?
You want you can talk Arabic? I can pass you the.
Yeah, I can talk Arabic. نعرف العربية، نعرف دارج المغرب.
فتيحة.
سلام فتيحة. لاباس عليك؟
ايوا اجي خدمي معاهم انا.
سلام، أنا أمريكانية ولاني خدمت مع العائلات اللي كيديروا الزرابي، وأنا
أنو
وتنعرف على أنو، وبغيت نعرف واش انتي خدمتي مع أنو بالضبط، هادوك من أنو ولا لا؟
أي خدمت مع أنو.
مع أنو.
خدمت مع أنو تقريبا في 2015 بدينا مع أنو، ولكن 2021 صافي سالينا مع أنو.
اسمح لي ما فهمتش، قلتي انا مشكله معهم اش كاين ولا كان؟
المشكل انا ما عرفتش، ما فهمتش بالضبط المشكل فين كاين. واحد النهار كان شي حاجه ديال مشاكل كوبيراتيف كانوا بيناتهم، وانو قال لي راه كاين يلاه ديال كوبيراتيف كيتصلوا طاطو. قلت لي انا اللي عطيت لهم زعما دخلتهم بارطاجيتهم زدتهم في الجروب وباش يتعلموا الخدمه، باش نكون حنا العيال كلشي يعرفوا المعلومات على انو وعلى كلشي. ولكن الا كان شي حاجه ماشي هي هذيك عافاك قولوا لي باش نعرف شنو كاين. ياك فهمتي؟
اسمح لي ما فهمتش كل شيء. شنو كانت المشكل؟ تقولي بشويه.
هيا زينب حدايا باش ترجم.
Maybe Susan, maybe you can kind of like, you know, try to get in touch and get to the bottom of this. I think maybe for the group.
Right. You're right. We're right. We should not be talking.
No,
here
but I think what is
can't
important for
understand.
the group or the listeners or the participants
Exactly.
to understand is how vulnerable the weavers, the artisans themselves are, and how, you know, they're kind of like, I don't want to victimize them, but how there's so many systems and so many power dynamics involved when even good intentioned initiatives are created, that there are so many levels and again, so many power dynamics involved that even with the best of intentions, sometimes these collaborations, and I feel especially national, international, you know, when people from outside come in, that, you know, it's not badly intended. People have good intentions, genuine intentions, but then things tend, you know, somewhere down the line tend to go wrong. And I do think, Susan, that it's very important for you to get in touch with Fatiha, to hear her side of
Definitely.
the story, to see what went wrong, where at what level it went wrong, and maybe learn from it, you know. I'm sure.
And I wish, and I wish I could tell you guys, but I can't do it right now. So, but you're right, it's important. And I thought Anu was doing a good job because on my site, I couldn't replace myself with a Moroccan to make it sustainable. That's what I wanted. It was a Moroccan woman who knew English and the internet, and I couldn't find someone who was willing to take it on. Anu had trains locals to take over, which I thought was a great step in the right direction. So I'll be interested to ask more and see what happened.
Yeah.
At least for
just
her.
to give a little bit of context, so I lived and worked in Morocco for nearly almost 8 years, and part of that I was working at the embassy, the Dutch embassy in Rabat, and so how do you say that, I helped or supported a lot of well-intentioned initiatives of collaboration, in this case specifically between the Netherlands and Morocco, especially from Moroccans or Dutch people from Moroccan descent who kind of like wanted to give back, you know, who wanted to find their roots, who wanted to, you know, so again, very well-intentioned initiatives. But again, on all levels, things can go wrong, miscommunication, difference in culture and communication. So it's definitely very hard to start these collaborations or to maintain these collaborations, let's put it that way. But I think, Zeinab, what is really important to point out is the vulnerability of these ladies, you know, that they are the owners of the work, they are the owners of the intellectual right, of the knowledge, and that they have a very hard time protecting those rights and getting those rights validated. I think it's probably not just a Moroccan thing. I see Mandish, for example, nodding a lot. You know, it's on a lot of areas in the world where that is a problem. I think also the power levels, financial power levels between the West and the non-West, where in the end, you know, the demand and the offer is very disconnected. You know, the financial powers in place cause a lot of damage, I think, and even I would say violence. So I do what I would like to say, because I'm talking a lot, Zeinab, is that it's absolutely amazing that you're taking this initiative on the local level, that you want to shine light on these women, on their knowledge, you know, on their creative, in how do you say that, richness, and who knows, that could be maybe a solution in the chain where I consider you young, Zeinab. I hope I'm allowed. We're young, new generations or whatever.
Yeah.
Kind of like, you know, start valuing these practices, and yeah, because I think we all know that why these women are so vulnerable in their position is also because it's not validated locally, right? Like ladies are testifying that they don't want their children to do this, that they want their children to do something else, not follow in their footsteps. It's because it doesn't have, or it's not highly appreciated or highly valued in the even local communities. So
Yes, actually, this is a new. When I was doing my research about the Amazigh community, it was more the women who is taking control in the family, and even there was like a lot of queens, a lot of women. Not, they are taking control of all the community, you know, and also they was allowed to do a lot of things like tattoos, to make things, to create, so that it's the center of creation. But now we see 60 years or 70 years, it's the woman is not allowed to have a lot of like to go out to work, to have her salary for her own, like to live with, without being attached to a man who decide whether she can go out or she can't, or she can work or not. So this is very important as we're talking about decolonizing fashion, and we have to reset and rethink about all these things. And we are trying as a young generation. I have 27 years old, and we are trying to big up and put the light on those women, because from I don't think that if we lose them, we're gonna learn this how to do. It's the only hope that's still to continue the flame for the other generation after us. So it's very important to learn from them, to know more about their tradition, know more about who we are actually, and continue to the future.
And Zainab, can عندي سؤال? I just had a question as well.
Yes,
so
Nada.
you see the people that are taking part, so they've never done this, have they? Or you know, they're new to this, so they're learning, you know,
No.
do you think, no, like do you think anyone can take part in it, or is it specific people? يعني كاين كما هذه دوكا بتدير مع فتيحة، هذه من ضمن
Yes.
يعني دارت ويفنج من قبل ولا لا؟
سارة عمرك درتي ويفين؟ عامل كنصور غير يديك. انت عمرك قصتي الطابي؟ قصيها فايت لك قايسه طابي، خدامه في طابي. D'accord. She did with the cooperative. She knows already Fatiha, and by the way, she gives me the number of Fatiha in the first day. She make me in contact with Fatiha, and Sarah, she's working with Darb al-Arj, which is foundation of women and the old city.
Amazing, yeah. So
and I mean,
how
yes.
long are you gonna be there with the weaving? Like, are people welcome to come in and learn the process that haven't weaved before?
All the people who is interested can participate. It's for free. It's just the goal. It's not the results to be a professional, or it's just to touch the matter and to participate in this art piece.
But we all know where that can lead to, right? Before you know it, you have half the nation weaving.
Yeah, we are doing a little animation for the coffee also, which is a it's a beautiful place. I was looking at the square of Old Medina and looking at all these people. So I appreciate also the cooperation with the owner of this coffee, Café des Épices. And maybe the battery is low. So yeah, so we are trying to make this piece, and we will give you the results, because we need more and more participants to get to make it done.
Zeinab, inshallah, if there's anyone out there right now watching in Marrakesh, make your way to Zeinab. Where are you?
I'm in the Old Medina.
الرحبة
القديمة. Café des Épices.
Café des Épices. Go there, do some weaving out there. Yeah. We'll put on every kind of communication we have, and hopefully you'll get some more people. I really wanted you as well to share, you made this beautiful sculpture of the back. Was it the back of a foot of a Berber woman? And it had the weaving on top of it. I don't know if you have that, but it was a really beautiful piece. It looked so real as well.
It's on my Instagram. It's a mix of sculpture and weaving. On really something that I found in Old Medina, like broderie machines, or غربال. I don't know how to say in English غربال. اللي نغربل به الدقيق. اللي نغربل به غربال اللي كنديروا به الدقيق، اللي كنغربلوا به الدقيق.
غربال is what you sift flour in.
Yes,
round
yes,
wood
thank
frame
you.
Screen on the bottom.
Thank you. Yeah. So yeah, I use also the machine that we spent for my last collection for the Casablanca Design Week. Inspired from those tools to have another work, and this is one of the most beautiful experience that I lived for the last 5 days with Fatiha and the ladies, and all the stories with the frames and the dyeing and everything. It was wonderful.
It's so nice. I think everyone will agree. It's so nice seeing people taking part. Like, it's just, yeah.
And one of the workers here, she's also participating. Thank you.
And then can you, I've added the, Zeinab, I put the file that you sent me with the symbols on in the chat, if anyone wants to know more about the symbols and their meaning. So what symbols are you working on now? Is there a specific one, like in the middle with the yellow, or like the turmeric dyed one, for example?
Sorry, yes, the signs and symbols, it's, I did a research on those, and you have the explanation of the meaning as the square, you have the eye that protects from eye evil, and a lot of symbols and signs that maybe can be just rituals and some thought from the Amazigh people, but when it's, for me, it's very spiritual, because my mother was also a tattooed woman, and she carried her whole life in her face and her arms those tattoos. So for me, it's spiritual, and I got one also from the fourth elements, and I'm happy with it. And I will have another tattoo for Amazigh tattoo, maybe Freeman, the Yaz, or another one. I don't know. But I'm happy with this research so far, and I will continue to find more, discover more treasure about this culture, which is mine.
Yes, it's amazing. I'm just watching them. It's very therapeutic watching them. You know how you said it's like meditating? It really is quite calming watching them weave. It's very, it's a nice. It's just nice to watch and not talk even,
Yeah. It's a really relaxing process. It's you can weave all the day and stay like till you feel tired and want to sleep. It's very like meditation. It's you not get tired from عقدة واحدة بديك عقدة وعقدة 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 كتلقى راسك كملتي النص. So yeah. And it was always a collective process, actually. It's always a collective process. And that's the idea behind this work. It's to collect people, even though it's professional or not, it's to collect and you touch the matter. I don't care about if it's they did the signs well or not, but they have an idea about the explanation of each one and each sign, and also they touch the matter. They know how to do. So I mean, if we let him with this machine, he will finish the whole carpet, I guess.
It's amazing.
And it's also gender mixed, huh? Normally it's just women, no?
I was gonna say it's quite refreshing to see you know, both genders taking part, because usually, like, you know how we've been talking about women weavers, it's usually the women that do the weaving in a lot of our cultures. So it's really nice that the men are being taught how to do it, or they're teaching, I don't know.
There is Fatiha who is teaching here everybody and participating also with them, teaching them how to do the uqdat, how to pass the runner, the wire between every line and everything. She's supervising here, and Amin helping and participating, and the others also.
Sorry, we're all just watching. We're just watching in awe. So what do you think is next? I was speaking to Fatiha and she said, we can make other things, but like, what do you think is next? I mean, we have the Amazigh culture is so rich, especially the symbology, like you've said. And I mean, you know, these are like, I mean, these are very derived earrings, but you know, what do you think is next for them? Like, you know, to widen that, the participation.
Okay, the next for us, maybe we was every day during this residency talking about doing something together, and maybe it's a center of weaving, and to because there's a lot of centers for painting, center for art, dance, and but there's no for art and craft, and we will maybe trying to do this for the next project, inshallah.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. I have, I don't know if you need me to, do you want to share any of the photos of the process that you sent or the videos? It's up to you. Zeinab. Wait, Zeinab's on mute. 1 minute.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
It's okay. Okay, if you want to share.
I will share with you the process on Instagram now, as I'm not, so I can't do both. So I will share with you on Instagram videos or pictures also for this process. And the dyeing also, you have the images for dyeing and the frame before, so you can just share your screen because I don't have it here.
Yeah, I can share if you want, and you can just talk us through it if you'd like.
Okay.
1 moment.
We still have time?
Yes, we have loads of time, I think. Angela will let us know if we don't, because I don't remember. Right, 1 moment. Sorry, it's like the whole time. But yeah.
Yes, here in the Riyadh.
I'll start with this one if you want. Yeah.
Yes, here in the shop of the wool, you have the dyed wool and you have also the natural. And this is where I take my the different kind of wool that we start with till the end, the one we do the texture with. And it's well organized. It's a beautiful picture taken by my friend Sally.
And then this was the natural.
Yes, this is the natural wool. This is the same wool that we are working with now. This is the process for testing if it's the color, it's done or not yet. If it's the wood is we just test the degrees of the color. Every time we take a little piece and then we put it, we let it till it dry, and then we figure out if it's good or not. This is the tools, as I don't have a tools and I was in a Riyadh. So yeah, I use where we cook. It's look like a blue spaghetti.
I know, yeah, it looks like a lot of spaghetti. You know, spaghetti with turmeric, spaghetti, blue spaghetti.
Yeah, this is a test paper. Just we taste the color. Yeah, this is us, me and the ladies. They are telling me they just bought this one from the mountain, and they are telling me stories about each sign and symbol and why for this and where it will go and everything about all the information about the carpet that they made in the mountain.
وده كان بيتكلموا شوية مزيغي صح؟ There's some.
Yes, they
Yeah.
told me, yeah.
They're speaking Amazigh, yeah. It's a bit different.
Yeah, it's Amazigh.
Yeah.
It's different than Qabaili.
So is this the one that broke? This isn't the one that broke.
Exactly, yeah. It's
This
more
is the one that
aesthetic, it's simple, but it's not strong enough as the machine, the traditional machine.
Wow.
Here, the dyeing process with the 3 colors that we have here.
And the cocoa menu.
Yes, for sure, it's mandatory.
The pressure cooker, I think it's a North African kitchen staple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, these are beautiful. I love the colors. They're so vibrant, aren't they?
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone has any more questions possibly for Zeinab.
Yes, because I have to go and finish the carpet with the girls. Could you send me Fatiha's WhatsApp number? Yes, Susan, I can send you Fatiha's number WhatsApp.
Amazing.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Zeinab, what is used to color the blue?
The blue is sandigo. It's sorry. Yeah, it's a natural rock in the mountain, and inside you have this color. the blue, indigo. We call it indigo blue.
Yeah, I'm familiar with indigo, but I've never seen such vibrant indigo. That's amazing.
I think all roads are leading to us going to Morocco, Mandish.
Sorry, I didn't hear what Mandish was saying.
زينب قلت لك I said كلنا شكلنا رايحين المغرب عن قريب.
مرحبا مرحبا, you're welcome, you're welcome. And we will do a weaving workshop for you.
Yes.
Oh,
please, we would love that.
I lead a textile tours in Morocco. That sounds great. Where we want to do something with the tourists and also a center of weaving for people. Where even if tourists or local, they can come and see the work of Fatiha and the ladies, and also participate in the workshops. And they can also take their little canvas with them, like little carpets as a souvenir.
I think Susan was saying she didn't find someone who spoke English, who was Moroccan and knew about the weaving. So I think she's found someone perfect for this now. And you've already done such an amazing job, like, you know, getting everyone together. It's been such a, I know it's been really tough, and you know, with very little money, very little funding, and you yourself, like you said, you were moving from place to place. It's been really difficult for you to do this. So, you know, we thank you.
For me, it's very important to catch this emotion. It's not just, I didn't want to do it in a place where there's not this spirit of weaving and not this culture of weaving, because I'm living in another place in the countryside of Jadida, and we have another culture, we are not anymore Amazigh, we're more Arab than Amazigh, but here in Marrakesh and the region, we still have this, and Taznaf, other places, we still have this culture in the mountains and villages, and I appreciate it, why we have to keep it alive. Thank you, everyone, to listen and share with me your questions. And if you have any question, you can, you know, my Instagram. And it was a pleasure to present the event today from Morocco and host this event from Marrakesh and Morocco.
Oh, I think some people want you to share your Instagram. Do you want me to?
Yes, Zeinab Achoubi. Yes.
I tag you in every post.
If you know Nada, you probably know me.
Oh, let me find it. Okay. So I'm going to put your Instagram in the chat. Does anyone have any questions before Zeinab goes back to her lovely weaving? Anyone have any questions for Zeinab?
Zeinab, is there a special name for this weaving technique?
I will ask Fatiha. Normally it's we call it طابي, كاين كيليم, كاين بني ورير, كاين تزناخت. It's a little bit special. It will be on my name, but we write already names, Fatiha, Malika, Niza, and Zeinab. Our names, all the people that participate, and we didn't sleep, and we've been through all the adventure with this frame and the machine. فتيحة شنو سميت هاد النوع ديال الطابي؟ It's Amazigh carpets, Amazigh rug, because there is Amazigh signs. It was simple to figure out.
ايه بكيا وكل كتسقسي كيفاش وش اسم طريقة شغل الويفينج، فهمتي؟ لو ليها اسم.
ما عندهاش اسم، عندها سميتها النسيج، ولا كنا كنقولوا لها احنا طابي، النسيج. النسيج ويفين. Yes.
No, so Mandish, no specific name. Tapi, Nesij, weaving, like it's
سمية الاسم كيكون على حسب شنو في الزربية.
So
الديزاين ديالها.
So it's named after the design. So if it's got, for example, like the
the repetitive, yes, as this one that I have here, it's kilim, you know, it's you have the same like lines, the repetitive lines, tan, 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 and all the rags. And there is a new rear, you have one big sign. There is Amazigh, which is sometimes we use alphabets, sometimes we use just the signs. And it's depend what's the subject of the المعنى في الديزاين يعني. I don't know how to explain it.
لا فهمت وش معنى وش قصدك. So Mandish, it's more like the meaning behind each single rug, and then that's how it's named. So usually based on like one of the Amazigh symbols, or based on the meaning of the symbol. So like, you know, or the repetition of a pattern. So I've also put the symbols in the chat again, so you know, that'll give you an idea. I've got a really good book, Zeinab. I'll have to send it to you with some Amazigh symbols I got from Algeria. But yeah, it's really interesting how things are named based on the meaning. I think that gives it a lot of depth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Kilim is also a name of
that's my mum. She just
nice to meet you.
Anyway,
in Turkey
yeah.
also, I think. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you everybody for listening and sharing with us this session. Thank you. Any other questions? I can.
Any other questions, guys, before Zeinab jets off?
How long would it take to finish that piece of art that she's making?
So normally it's take from the beginning of the process till the end 5 days or 4 days if we are like more than 3 persons. Yeah. But we will try to finish at least the middle today here, and we will see. I don't have a plan, and I don't want it to be in a rush. I want to take it like his natural process. If it's need 1 more day or 2, I don't mind.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, everybody.
Amazing.
Thank you, Nada. Thank you, Angela. Thank you.
And please send us the pictures when they're done. And say thank you so much.
Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Nada, for being a part also of this work. Thank you, Angela, for hosting us. Thank you, everybody. I wish to see you soon with the different projects with Fatiha and the other weavers. Inshallah.
Yes, we will. Inshallah, it's gonna be the start.
Thank you, Zeinab.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, Zeinab.
Bye.
Bye.
Don't know if we want to stop recording and then maybe have an early sharing council. I don't know.